Isak has just joined Liverpool for a record-breaking fee. But wait, Newcastle are pissed and they have cursed him. Isak has been turned into a 16-year-old back in his boyhood club in Sweden. And now if he wants to get his dream move to Liverpool, we're going to have to replay his entire career from the very beginning. But oh boy, is it going to be a grind, because Isak is starting out with his FIFA 17 overall and potential. Nah, 63 overall with those stats. Liverpool ain't coming near him. But don't you worry, our goal is to get Isak to a 99 overall over the next 15 seasons. We've got 4 other big objectives as well, like getting him to win 3 Balon d'Ors, 5 golden boots, as well as 20 career trophies. But probably the most important one, fulfilling his dream, going to Liverpool and winning the Champions League. For now, let's ignore those lofty ambitions, because we're in season 1, starting out with a 16-year-old Isak, 63 overall, and playing in the Swedish League for this club called AIK. To start things off, our focus has got to be to just get Isak's overall as high up as possible, and I think development plans are going to be our best friend here. We need to get that finishing up. Okay, I just realized that there's no guarantee here that Isak will be a starter. There are higher rated players. Now, we could transfer list him, get him to maybe like an EFL League 2 club, but even there with the 63 overall, I don't think he's getting that much game time. I guess we just need Isak to prove himself here in this first season, become a starter, get some goals. And by the way, we know goals are very important for a striker, but more so in this video, because every goal Isak scores will be a +1 stat boost. We're making our way through the season, but while we wait for the game to simulate, I've got a massive announcement. S2G shop is finally live. That's right, our official merch store is back, and this time we got a lot of cool stuff, and we've really worked on the designs to make it meaningful for our community and super funny as well. I mean, just look at this Cedinho tee. Strikes confidence into defenders. That kind of sums him up. Now, if you want to rep S2GFC, we've got a Tough Cookie shirt, as well as an iconic Javier Presser tee. But it's not just that. There's a lot more on the website. I highly recommend you guys at least check it out. Links will be in the description. We've also learned a lot from our previous merch drops, especially with sizing. And that's why this time we've pretty much got every kind of size available, both for adults as well as kids. Also, we pretty much ship in most major countries. So what are you waiting for? Get your S2G merch. Links will be in the description. Also, if you do decide to order, make sure you post a story on Instagram and tag me, because I'm going to be sending 3 of you early birds FC26 codes. But yeah, I just want to thank all of you guys for being part of this community, helping it to reach such a point where a merch store is even possible. So yeah, a big thank you to everyone. But now let's get back to focusing on Isak's career. End of the season, and why are we in December? Oh, the Swedish League kind of runs like the MLS, January to December. But okay, look at the growth for Isak, up to a 68 overall, a +5. And he did end up becoming a guaranteed starter, scoring 10 goals as well. Yo, that's gonna legit be like a +10 on his stats. And you know what? That's gonna be great, because maybe we can boost Isak's heading. And yup, we bumped it up to 69. And with that, his overall even goes up. Now, he couldn't win any trophies this season, but it puts us in a really good spot for season 2 with Isak now 69 rated, 17 years old. I'm sure a lot of clubs will be interested in him. Now, in real life, after Isak impressed in Sweden, he secured a transfer to Dortmund. Then, of course, went on to Real Sociedad, and that's how his career got made. That's why I feel like Isak has already outgrown the Swedish League. We don't need to waste more time here. It's time to get a big transfer. Maybe the German League could be the play. VfL Bochum. No, I was going to reject them because they're in the 2nd division of Germany. But look at that, boys. It's halfway through the season for them, and they're top of the league. Isak could come in, score some goals, get those overall upgrades, and also get himself a trophy. And so we're being an ultimate opportunist, sending Isak to VfL Bochum. Oh, but have we made this move too early? They've already got Hoffman, who's 72 rated, Dashner, who's 71. Once again, Isak is going to have to fight for his place, but hey, he did that at the Swedish club before. But oh no, this time our plan failed because Isak couldn't get a single game. His overall just went up by 1. And wait a minute, since he didn't play a single game, this trophy that VfL Bochum have won isn't even going to count. I guess we should have just stayed in Sweden. Bro, how does Isak even compete? This Dashner guy was in the team of the season. But okay, maybe those first 6 months Isak needed to adapt. But now the challenge gets even bigger for him because he's going to be in the Bundesliga. End of the season, and okay, at least Isak got some overall growth up to a 72. But did he actually make his debut? And he actually did. This is much better. He played 19 games, also 7 goals. And I think those 7 goals were crucial in helping Bochum stay up in the Bundesliga. Plus, we now get to give Isak a +7 on his stats. I know his finishing, attack positioning, all of that is going to grow massively through just development plans. What I can maybe help is stuff like dribbling. And there you go. He's now got 72 dribbling. And that's actually actually helped his overall go up to 73 as well. But now for season 3, we've got a decision to make with Isak. Even though he played a few games last season, he wasn't the starter, probably came off the bench and scored. Do we maybe transfer Isak to a club where he can get more game time? But that would mean we kind of failed here at VFL Bochum because he couldn't even become a starter. To be honest, I feel like he's now adapted to, of course, Bundesliga football. Plus, he's got the same overall as this Brugge guy. I think this season, Isak should be a starter. So you know what, we're going to keep him here at VFL Bochum and hopefully we can see some amazing growth. Okay, there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is that Isak barely grew, just a +1. The good news is that he did end up becoming a starter. Mostly because this Brushinski guy suffered an ACL injury. What luck for Isak. But I think now we got to get him out of VFL Bochum, man. They almost got relegated. I really don't want a relegation on Isak's CV. I definitely think we made the jump to first division football a bit too soon with Isak. But hey, we do now get to give him a +8 on his overall. That should help. I think his finishing is already good. That's not a problem at all. From what I know, reactions is a very important start for strikers. I'm boosting that up by 5, but also I've decided to boost his finishing up by 3 because I think we need to help Isak score as many goals as possible. His overall does go up to 75. But alright, there's no doubts about it that for season 4, we need to get Isak out of here. Now, there is an offer from another Bundesliga club, but I don't think Isak should stay in Germany. Maybe moving elsewhere could help his career. Now, this is definitely an option. FC Lorient, they are a Ligue club, so Isak will get first division football. French League will definitely be easier, so I expect Isak to stat pad more, and that could in turn boost his overall. This is a solid option. I do still want to see what else offers we have. Again, it's mostly Bundesliga. But wait a minute, Club Brugge? Now you might think this is not even a top 5 league club, but Club Brugge are one of the best clubs in Belgium. They often play European football, and that will mean more chances for Isak to get games, more goals as well, and possibly even trophies. Now, it is a controversial decision ignoring a top 5 league club for a Belgian club. But you know what? I think we made the right choice. Look at this Club Brugge centre-back duo, both 80+ rated. Also, Isak is the highest rated striker they have. That should mean he will play every single game. No excuses now. Club Brugge has to be the club where Isak takes a big step. I knew Club Brugge was going to be a great choice because Isak is getting to experience Champions League football. Although he did get destroyed by PSG. But hey, reaching the quarterfinals with Bruges, fair enough. But this is big, boys. Isak gets his first ever trophy, winning the league with Club Bruges. Oh, but his overall didn't really grow all that much, just up to a 76. That's probably because his base potential from FIFA 17 was 81, and that probably got reduced even further during his time at VFL Bochum. But okay, we might have a way to save that because Isak just scored 33 goals this season, and he also won the Belgian Golden Boot. But most importantly, we now get to give Isak a +33 on his stats. That could kind of reset his potential problem. And yes, we've given him massive boosts. A +5 on finishing, +5 on both sprint speed and acceleration. Reactions as well as agility we've improved. And even heading accuracy. And that's got Isak up to a 78 overall. Hopefully, it also helps reset his potential. Also, I think we gotta stay at Club Brugge for another season. The growth just with the goals he can get will be just staggering. Besides that, he's also making progress with the objectives here, a golden boot as well as a trophy. And I knew staying at Club Brugge would be the right call. Another trophy for Isak. That's his second career trophy already. And this time he got to win the Croquis Cup as well. What a name for a trophy that is. Oh my days, Isak managed to get Club Brugge to finish top 8 in the Champions League. They knocked out Liverpool? Chelsea did knock them out in the quarterfinals, but this was insane. Although individually Isak didn't have crazy growth, but because he also scored 31 goals, we get to really upgrade those stats massively. And upgrades wise, this time I decided to go all in on heading accuracy. A +15 is what I've given him. Also a solid +10 on volleys. We upgraded the shot passing a little bit as well, the reactions. And this is the result. Isak is up to an 82 overall. Now we do have a big decision to make whether we need to move on with Isak or not. Life is good here though, because Isak just won another golden boot. I mean, just look after 5 seasons, the progress we've made in the challenges. We haven't even gotten Isak to a big club, but still, 3 career trophies, a couple of golden boots. But saying that, boys, I don't think Isak is going to really level up massively staying in the Belgian league. I think now is the perfect time to get him a transfer. All right, boys, Isak is on the transfer list. You know what would be really funny? If Newcastle actually come in with an offer. I'll actually be in a dilemma if I want to accept or not. But man, the way he treated Newcastle this window, kind of embarrassing if I'm not gonna lie. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And well, Isak does have his first offer, and it looks like a good one. Juventus? Nah, that would be such a quality step up. Playing in the Serie A for a club that can be contenders for the title. Now, there is one problem. Juventus have got Benjamin Sesko. He's 88 rated, and I don't think Isak is gonna get any game time because of that. We'll still keep Juve as an option, but let's see what other offers can Isak get. Okay, Brighton in the Premier League is definitely an interesting one. For some reason in latter seasons, Brighton are the ones who always seem to build a good team. And I mean, look at this. They've managed to sign Declan Rice. They've got incredible players all round. Now, it wasn't easy to say no to Juventus, but I really feel at this stage of Isak's career, Brighton is the perfect choice. Now, wait a minute. Before Isak arrives here at Brighton, looks like he's on international duty. That's because it's the World Cup 2030 and Sweden have called him up. And looks like Isak's got the job done through in the group stages. Round of 16, they knock out Denmark. And wait a minute, Sweden just keep on marching. They've knocked out Netherlands? No freaking way. Sweden have knocked out Italy as well. Isak is going to be playing a World Cup final? But he couldn't get the job done. You know what? Reaching a World Cup final with Sweden itself is a big achievement, I feel. Okay, he only got one goal, which is a bit sad. Gyökeres was the main man, actually. Now, for that goal, we do get to give him a stat boost. Nothing crazy. I'm just boosting that finishing up by 1. I guess it was a mixed World Cup campaign considering Isak wasn't the protagonist, but still, that was some solid experience for him. But now, of course, he's coming into a Brighton team that's honestly so good. Of course, we knew they had Rice, but also Scalvini and Guardiola at the back. Romero in goal, which is decent. There's actually talent all round. This is the first time Isak is going to be playing in such a good team. And okay, looks like first season in the Premier League was a bit challenging for Isak. His overall only went up by 1, and I think that's more down to the limitations of his potential. We still need to break that barrier for him to grow a lot more quickly. The good thing is, though, he had no problem getting goals. He was Brighton's top scorer this season. Now, he hasn't won the Golden Boot. Because, come on, winning the Belgian Golden Boot and the Premier League Golden Boot are two completely different things. Do you know what? It does feel like Brighton might be the club where he can achieve all of that. Look at that, a 7th place finish in just Isak's first season. And now with the plus 19 stat boost we got, we've maxed out finishing, a big upgrade on reactions as well. And that's got Isak some growth up to an 85 overall. By the way, once Isak gets to a 90 overall, he'll unlock a really important perk. But oh man, with this kind of growth, Isak's gonna take ages to get to 90. Only a +1 this season. Also, individually not the best, just 16 goals. I expected so much more. Now, I guess Isak's strength is horrible for a striker. We lose all our 16 points on that. That at least gets him up to an 87 overall. But I'm also starting to feel like maybe Brighton might not be it. 11th in the Premier League. Nothing as well in cup competitions. I know we've only been at Brighton for a couple of seasons, but Isak is 87. I think we can now get him to an elite level club where he's more likely to constantly win trophies. Also, guys, it just hit me. Now that Isak is 87, could Liverpool be interested in him? I mean, we kind of need Isak to get a Liverpool transfer for the objectives. Oh, but it's not Liverpool, but it's still a very good offer from PSG. That is a Champions League contending team. Not just that, guaranteed trophies in Ligue as well. Bro, it's really hard to even think about other clubs right now. The decision has been made. Isak is on his way to Paris. I think this was an offer that we couldn't refuse. It's such an upgrade to being at Brighton. And oh man, look at this PSG team. They've got a 93 rated centre-back. Alphonso Davies is here. João Neves in his prime. Kvaratskhelia as well. Oh, but there's competition for the striker spot. Isak's gonna go toe-to-toe with Openda. End of the season, though, it does look like Isak was able to crush the competition. He goes up by a couple of ratings. 89 now. Yo, we just need one more rating on Isak to unlock that perk. Now, he didn't have the most prolific season, but still 20 goals. And that's not enough for him to win the Liga Golden Boot, which is disappointing. But it is enough for Isak to get his 4th career trophy, Liga with PSG. Make that number 5 with the French Super Cup. Champions League, though, PSG got knocked out by City in the quarters. Isak so far in his career has never progressed past the quarterfinals. But hey, this was his first season at PSG. I'm sure he's gonna get better. Plus, we can now give Isak a +20. And I'm using that to boost up Isak's strength. And guess what? That does get him up to a 90 overall. And that's just unlocked a massive perk. Every time we join a new club with Isak, we'll get to make one signing to help Isak's team out. And I think this is going to instantly help us because we've got a 35-year-old Gabriel in our back line. And I think we should replace him with Dean Howson. Okay, this is a total coincidence that Dean Howson is at Newcastle. Of course, it's Isak's team trying to rip them off. But there you go. Dean Howson is going to be Isak's new teammate. No way, man. What kind of bad luck this is. Towards the end of the season here, Isak suffered an injury. He will be back now, but he's pretty much missed the latter stages of the season, and that's why he didn't grow in his overall. Even goals-wise, that's why he could only get 19. Now, of course, the good thing is being at PSG means guaranteed Ligue. That's trophy number 6 for him. Make that 7. Make that 8. But where it really matters, though, Isak and PSG are just not getting the job done. Now, we do still have 16 points to upgrade Isak, and I'm using all of that on his dribbling, and that at least gets him to a 91 overall. By the way, I just realized it's 2034, which means it's another World Cup year, and Isak has just about recovered from his injury. Oh, but no way, Sweden didn't even qualify this time. In a way, I think that's good for Isak because he can focus on recovery and go hard this season. But also, there's an offer here from Borussia Dortmund. Nah, I think Isak's got to stay at PSG and try and maybe win the Champions League. And that is now so much better. 28 goals this season. His growth is still a bit slow, only up to a 92. But at least he's got himself another golden boot, his first in Liga. Also, there's more stat padding in Liga. That's his 3rd French League title, making it 9 trophies, 10 with the French Super Cup, 11 with the French Cup. But nah, something is wrong with Isak in the Champions League, knocked out again in the round of 16. As good as it is winning domestic trophies in France, if we want to take Isak's career to the next level, we need to maybe go to a club that can win the Champions League. Meanwhile, I just used those 28 overall points to upgrade Isak's reactions, attack positioning, as well as composure. And that has got him a solid upgrade, a +2 onto 94. That is Balon d'Or territory, but he needs to win the big trophies if he wants the Balon d'Or. Do you know what? Looking at the challenges, a Liverpool move now would be absolutely perfect because Isak could easily win big trophies there, possibly a Balon d'Or. But we totally depend on getting a transfer offer from Liverpool. Is that going to happen? It's not Liverpool, but instead it's Nottingham Forest. But nah, this would be pointless. If we're leaving PSG, it's got to be a step up. No way. I was not expecting this to happen. We've actually got the offer from Liverpool. 196 million is what they're willing to pay. Don't even need to discuss this. Of course, we're sending Isak to his dream club, Liverpool. The curse that Newcastle put on him has been broken. But okay, the job for Isak at his dream club is going to be a bit difficult. Well, not because of the attack, because he's got Wirtz, Doué, and this Allen guy who's 89 rated as his teammates. But it's the midfield and defense that have a few low-rated players. Good thing that we do get to make one signing to help out Isak. And I've just found a crazy centre-back here at Southampton. 87 rated, 22 years old. Liverpool signing a Southampton centre-back? Where have I seen this before? Honestly, though, to win the Champions League and the Premier League and whatnot, I don't know if one signing is enough. This team needs like a left-back as well as a CDM, but we're only allowed to make one transfer. Now we do get to unlock another perk once Isak makes it to a 99 overall. That could maybe get us more transfers, but we'll think about that later. For now, we need Isak to adapt to the Premier League. I mean, he has played here for Brighton before. Doing it for Liverpool is a completely different thing. Now, wait a minute. Liverpool weren't even in the Champions League? They were in the Europa League where they dominated, but no freaking way. Lost the final. No Carabao Cup. Newcastle won the FA Cup. Isak isn't gonna like that. But okay, at least Liverpool win the Premier League, Isak's 12th career trophy, and I think that is a solid achievement. Although, for our objectives, the goal is to get him to win the Champions League with Liverpool, so we are going to have to grind. Unbelievable, though. Isak again suffered an injury. Torn hamstring, he's still going to be out for another 5 weeks after this, and his overall went down. Okay, despite that, he still scored quite a few goals, 28. Most of them, though, coming in the Europa League. Hang on, surely that means he's won the Europa League Golden Boot? No, he hasn't. It's this Monaco striker. Now, thankfully, with the 27 goals he scored, I was able to boost up Isak's stats, and he's got his overall back up to a 96. That injury won't be holding him back. Now we've got Isak injury-free leading Liverpool, but I'm just wondering, as a 96 overall striker that's just won the Premier League, is he gonna actually win the Balon d'Or? No flipping way he has. Alexander Isak, Balon d'Or #1 has been secured. I guess he did put up great numbers in the Premier League, won the trophy, also reached Europa League final, but I do think he can do a lot better than this for Liverpool. But oh no, this is bad. I thought a Balon d'Or would inspire Isak, but it's a stinky season outside the top 4. At least he won the Community Shield, so that's 13 career trophies. But no FA Cup, no Carabao Cup. And bro, Isak is cursed in the Champions League, man. Knocked out by Real Madrid in the round of 16. He's never been even in the semi-finals so far. I think the problem is this team needs improvements, especially in the defense. Mamadashvili is getting older, but we've already used up our one transfer that we're allowed. And oh my days, I cannot believe how bad of a season Isak has had. Just 14 goals. Didn't even grow in his overall. This was horrible. The good thing is with the goals, we've managed to boost up Isak's rating to a 97. And by the way, after that stinker of a season that Isak had, he didn't win the Ballon d'Or. It was this Miranda guy. Bro, if we want to complete all our challenges, we need a big season from Isak. He needs to make it to a 99 overall soon, because then we'll get to unlock the final perk, which by the way is huge. We'll get to choose between being able to sign for any club we want every season, or staying at the club we are, but getting to sign one player every season too. Now we'll decide later what we want to do, but first we gotta at least get to that 99 overall. Bro, it feels like Isak has joined a Finnish Liverpool team 5th once again. At least they won the Carabao Cup this time. Trophy number 14 for him. But yeah, even in the Europa League, Isak's Liverpool just gets knocked out. I think the problem is that Isak's team is kind of cooked in a lot of different positions. Like, there's a 71 rated left back here. Mamadashvili is becoming ancient at the age of 37. We need that 99 overall perk. And okay, we're getting close. Isak is up to a 98 overall. And if he's now scored enough goals, I think with the upgrades, we should get there. And yes, we do. 29 goals this season. Unbelievable. And those goals were enough to upgrade Isak to a 99 overall. We have finally completed one of our challenges. Now we got to make a choice. Which perk do we take? Is it being able to transfer to any club we want? But that way, Isak won't be able to win the Champions League with Liverpool. That's one of our objectives. Now we got to stay here. But now we can make one signing every season to help the team. We're now in season 14, and the big question is, who do we sign? Logic says we need a left back, but I think we can get away with having 75 rated Brown there. Actually, though, we might need a right back as well. But more than anything, I want to bring in a crazy goalkeeper because I know the kind of difference it can make. And I have found this Belgian keeper, 90 rated Elliot Fontaine. Bro, he is Courtois' regen for sure. Surely his signing is going to make Isak win the big trophies. Now, by the way, I've made a pit stop at the Ballon d'Or ceremony. Now, logic says Isak shouldn't win, but he is 99 overall. And unbelievably, he actually doesn't win. It's Endrick. I guess you still gotta win the big trophies if you want the Ballon d'Or. Now, this is a good sign. Liverpool back to winning the Premier League title. 15 career trophies now for Isak. The Carabao Cup as well, and against Newcastle. That's probably made Isak a happy man. 16 career trophies now with that. This time, though, the Europa League also. That's the first European competition Isak has won, and it's took him 14 years. 17 career trophies after that. I don't know, goals-wise, why isn't Isak able to take his game to the next level? Because, like, I've had strikers do more than 40, 50 goals a season. Isak's 99. He should be doing those kind of numbers. I mean, right now, he's not even good enough to win the Golden Boot. Wait a minute, boys. That was the last season? Did I get my counting wrong? No, I've just been told to retire. Bro, I thought there was one more season left. I think this was because in our first season, we started with the January to December calendar in Sweden. No, man. I thought finally we could get Isak to try and win the Champions League with Liverpool, but I've been forced to retire. What a joke. That is the most anticlimactic ending ever to a player career. And looking back, it feels like we failed most of the objectives. Although I will say, we did give Isak a decent career. Not every player can win multiple Ballon d'Ors. Based on this career that we've given Isak, you think he deserves an icon or a hero card? I'm leaning towards hero massively because he didn't win the Champions League, to be honest. Let me know in the comments though. Now, if you enjoyed watching this video, why not watch me manage Newcastle? That's right, the club Isak had a big fight with. Click here.